Hey, today I'll be making falafels, and if anyone is here to see or listen to James, then just stop watching and move on. Just unsubscribe because he's not in this at all. And I'm sorry, I couldn't get him here for you. I am making falafels. This is 4 cups of chickpeas that I soaked overnight in a bucket that was once an ice cream bucket. And I'm just gonna blend it to my food processor and blend it completely. I just looked at like 5 different falafel recipes and this was just what I came up with. It's a little different than the last time I made it, but this is only like the 3rd time I've ever had falafels, and they're probably not anywhere near authentic, but I just don't care. And I'm also not frying them. I'm gonna be cooking them in the air fryer. And yeah, because the less oil I add to food, which is like, about 100 calories a teaspoon, the more falafel I can eat. And actually the texture is really good in the air fryer. I was really, really surprised because it's crispy on the outside and just delicious on the inside. I am a little paranoid because this is just soaked, and so all the cooking of the chickpeas is going to be happening in the air fryer. So I do want to cook it for, it does take a little longer than 10 minutes at like 400 or something, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm cooking them completely in there because eating raw beans is not good, I guess, unless you buy the organic kind and you're gonna sprout it or something, but that's not the kind of life I want to live, is spending my time. Although, you know what, I'm probably gonna do that at some point. So, and you know what, I have sprouted chickpeas actually. I forgot, but I had to like put a bowl in my like dehydrator, and I had to like leave the dehydrator on because it was too cold, and it was just like a lot of energy. It didn't cost a lot, but it was like a lot of my energy and time, and it wasn't that great. Anyway, just make falafels with your chickpeas. Now I'm rinsing off 2 stalks of parsley and 1 of cilantro. That's kind of more of the ratio I saw, but I don't really like parsley that much. It's okay. I can handle it, but I'm not going to add the stalks. And I'm going to save a little bit for some vegetable broth because I don't want too much parsley, I realized in this recipe. And I'm going to be adding like the whole thing of cilantro. Now I'm just blending it to make room for the cilantro and just making like little paste out of that. And you know what? I should just do this more with like other food. I just realized that. Like, just, when you're just like making a cheese sauce or something, why don't I just like do this and just blend it all down, because they're really good for you. And I really should just, obviously basil. I would put basil in everything if I could afford it. Someday when I have a house, I will have a greenhouse and it will be just full of basil. That's it. It's just gonna be basil. Basil all year round. I'll be paying probably a lot of money just to keep the greenhouse, like the cost of electricity just to grow basil, and it may not make any sense. Okay, so I added all that to the bowl, obviously, and now I'm refusing to clean out my chef's knife is dirty and it's in the dishwasher, and it would have been a lot easier to cut and peel this garlic, but I didn't want to, and so I'm just taking forever to peel the garlic. Sorry, there's like really bad air quality lately in my asthma, and so it sounds like I might be sick, but I'm not. Well, maybe I am, I don't know. But if I sound like I'm dying, I'm probably dying. Anyway, so I'm cutting up a red onion as well, and my husband does not like large chunks of cooked onion, so I will be putting this, I added the garlic and I blended that a little bit before, so I'm going to be adding the onion because he doesn't like large chunks of like cooked onion, so you have to make sure it's diced pretty fine, and I'm not going to do that by hand. Like, I actually really hate cleaning my food processor, so if I'm going to use it, I'm going to be like just using it for at least like a couple things, even if not in one recipe, in a couple. So I'm just blending it up because I was actually curious. Last time I didn't add enough greens, so it wasn't like super green, and it was like last time. Oh, sorry, that's pepper. This is granulated garlic, and this is onion powder. I like onion powder a lot. This is, what is this? This is dehydrated onion, and this is some cumin, and it doesn't have the right kind of lid, so I have to scoop it out with a spoon. And this is some nutritional yeast and some turmeric mixed together to make myself eat turmeric. And my husband had this and he was really, really surprised there was no salt in it. I'm not adding, I think on the recipes I saw that there was baking powder, baking soda, I don't remember, but it's not gonna rise. It's in an air fryer. I'm not like frying it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the only other falafel I've ever had in my life was like years ago when I was in Jerusalem. And this is adding some oat flour. The recipes I saw called for chickpea flour. And I don't want to make it. I don't want to find a container to store it in. I don't want to buy it. So I'm just going to do oat flour, and I think it works pretty well. Oh, James is trying to break in. And now I'm going to be forming it into balls and putting it on a cookie sheet with either steel or parchment paper. This takes forever, and they're really delicate, just so you know. But once you have them done and they are frozen, you will be so happy when you look in your freezer and you see them, and that you were just like, 20 minutes away in the air fryer from eating them. I just check on them a lot, so I don't have an absolute, this is exactly how long it takes. And yeah, here I go, and this takes forever. So have fun watching me do it. And here's what I made. And what makes time go by fast, because this takes forever, I think it's just because I don't have a lot of patience, is the tripod I use to record. It kind of keeps my phone off the counter, which is nice. And when I'm not recording and I'm doing something kind of repetitive or doing the dishes or something, I usually watch Doctor Who, so you can do that too if you want to. I highly recommend it. And then I'm just putting those in the fridge. They're really delicate though. You can't just dump it out. You have to kind of pick up each ball individually and maybe kind of like give it a squeeze. Squeeze your balls. And then I'm putting the cookie sheets in the freezer. And here I am, kind of reshaping a little bit. They're usually, if you make them, you kind of just want to use them right away, but I wasn't hungry. It wasn't dinner time. No one was hungry, so that's what I did. And you do kind of have to space them apart and make sure they're not touching, and don't overcrowd your air fryer. So this wouldn't be good if you have like a giant family. Yep, James. Yep. Do you like? Do you like falafels?
Yes.
You do? He's never tried one. He won't eat it. So it looks like I'm cooking at 400, and I just check it. You do have to kind of move it around a little bit.
It's frying on you.
Yep, and it's really good with a tahini sauce. Yeah, so I usually serve it with a tahini. Yeah, tahini sauce. Just take tahini, thin it out with water, and add whatever spices you want to it. Oh, okay. He's lined his head. All right, that makes sense. And these are like really crispy without any oil. Look at. You see the crispy shot?
The crispy shot.
Yeah.
Now
really
it's the James shot.
No, this is the crispy shot. You can see how crispy it is. They're really good. I really like them.
This is the James shot.
Oh, it's the James shot.
Crispy.
You see that? It's all crispy on the outside.
Crispy.
Done on the inside.
Crispy.
I'll put in the description box at some point. Oh, hey, James. I'll put in there actually how much it takes to cook it from frozen, because I've never actually done that. So, we'll see. Aww. It's the robot?
Crispy.
It's delicious. I love them. I could eat just like a cookie sheet of them. They're so good.
Crispy.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that.
But their name is Crispy, Mom. Crispy, Mommy.
My name's Crispy. I guess it is. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.